It's thejazandbrand.com, and I have TV personality Gizelle Bryant. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Now, before we talk about this season, I wanted to talk about who were you and what you did before reality TV.
Good question. I was actually home with my kids, raising them. I have 3 girls. One is 12, and I have twins that are 11.
Okay.
So that's a whole big project right there.
Right.
And I was doing other things. Like I was working with the city of Birmingham. I was helping them redesign and kind of rebirth to areas that were destroyed. I was working with the Clinton Global Initiative. So I was doing things that require using my brain.
So you had a brain before the show started.
Yes.
And how did you sort of get introduced to, how did you get cast on the show?
So the casting director was a friend of mine. I've known him for like 20 years. So when he called, I guess they gave him like the area to look. So he called me and I was like, I'm not doing that. What am I doing that for? Like I was really just minding my business and enjoying my life. And he was like, Gizelle, you're not doing anything else right now. Are you doing anything else right now? And I was like, no. And so here we are.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's season 2.
Yes.
What has been, you think the biggest difference between season 1 and season 2 in terms of you and how the stories are flowing?
Yes. So season 1, we actually didn't even know we were going to be housewives. So we filmed the entire season and it was just like, we're filming a show.
Right.
We thought we were going to be ladies of Potomac because there's a ladies of London. So to find out that we were housewives was very exciting. So then season 2 is like, okay, we're housewives. And the show kind of gave that feel more so than season 1.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, I just tried to just continue to be Gizelle and in her fabulous self. So that's what I do.
Okay. This season, there's a lot of back and forth between you and Monique, the newest cast member.
Yes.
How did that start?
It was so crazy. Everyone thinks I'm so shady, and I'm not.
Okay, can I stop you there?
Yes.
So you don't see the shade that you give off sometimes?
So
allegedly.
I don't.
Okay.
So it all started with the whole house situation. She said she was looking for a home. The natural next question is, oh, so you don't have one. For whatever reason, that's shady. And she was like, oh, no, I have, a million homes. So from there, it just went downhill.
Okay.
Yes.
During the season, I feel like you kind of touched on this. During the season, I think that you mentioned that everything that Monique has is because of her husband.
Yes.
I feel like you received a little bit of backlash
about that.
What did you mean by that, first of all?
I meant that it's his money.
Okay.
Not her money. And she refers to their stuff as his. So I didn't just kind of like make that up. That's how she refers to him. She says, I work for him. I manage his homes. She always refers to their unit as his. So that's where I got that from.
Okay.
Her.
When you were married, did you feel like it was the same sort of situation?
No. I mean, yes, he was the one that was, quote, working and bringing home the bacon, but the bacon was given to Gizelle, and Gizelle managed all the money.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, you're close friends with Robyn.
Yes.
And all season and last season, not all season, but you've given her advice about her relationship.
Yes.
With, I'm about to say her husband, with her ex.
Mr. Juan.
Mr. Juan.
Yes.
How did you feel? I don't know if this aired yet, but there was a clip circulating that kind of showed a conversation of Juan talking to a producer.
Yes.
And he said something along the lines of, if it wasn't for the kids, I'd be gone, something like that.
Yeah.
How did you feel seeing that?
That broke my heart. Because I didn't, you always get mad in a moment. And I felt like that was a moment for him in which he was upset that America got to see. And that just wasn't fair. So, I spend a lot of time with him off camera. And I know that Juan loves Robyn. I know he wants to be with Robyn. I know he loves his family. So I just felt like he was being portrayed in a way that's not accurate.
So you think that maybe editing had something to do with it?
No, I think he said that.
Well, he
clearly.
Well, let me say this. So he did say that, but
Yeah.
I know sometimes when we have conversations with people, they say that sometimes things were taken out of context. So
Yes. I don't think it was taken out of context. I think it was just an angry moment. Juan does not like to be on camera for this show, and I get it. So I think that he was just frustrated and said some things that he probably regrets.
do you think they should get married again?
Yes.
Now?
No. I think that they need some time apart. I think they're soulmates. I think they should be together forever. But I think they need some time apart in order to appreciate them being back together.
Gotcha. Have you ever tried to hook her up with anybody else? Like, make her go on dates or?
And no, because Robyn's not doing it. Robyn loves Juan, and so why am I gonna waste my time with that?
Okay.
No.
What's been the most surprising for you to watch this season?
This season, let's see, this season surprising. Karen surprised me this season. I had no idea about the whole rape thing that she went through. So that was very courageous of her to share that. And Karen, in the beginning of the season, was very mild-mannered and kind of she was very laid back. And that's just not the Karen that I know. I've known Karen for a very long time. And she's never laid back and mild-mannered. So I was like, where's my friend? Where's Karen?
Right.
When you going to tell me to go sit down somewhere? So she finally, I think she was a little tired. So then she finally, was back to her true self.
Do you feel like, well, let me ask you this. What has been the toughest thing for you to see this season? Gizelle's a little shady sometimes. And sometimes that can come across as being mean, and I'm not a mean girl. I guess I'm a shady girl. I'm a shady funny girl. So sometimes with editing, it came across as me being mean as opposed to me just being shady funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're accurately portrayed this season?
Yes.
Who do you? Okay, you watch the show along with us as fans, but you're around these women when you're filming. Who is the least like themselves in real life as what we see on the show?
Wow, that's a good question. Probably Karen, because there's another side to Karen that you guys don't get to see, and she's real like down to earth, funny, normal. When she takes her Grand Dame hat off, she's like a round-the-way girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to join another Housewives show, which city would you go to?
Oh, that'd be tough. Because I think I would want to join all of them except the OC. So
you have to pick. You only pick one.
I can only pick one.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't want to go to Atlanta only because where would I fit in? I mean, with Nene back, there's too much going on. Okay, I'm going to New York.
You go to New York?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to New York, and me and Bethany are going to curse each other out real bad.
Real bad. Is she kind of irritates you, or?
No, I love Bethany,
okay.
But I feel like we could go toe to toe for a long time, and I think I would enjoy that.
Who's the star, do you think, of Real Housewives of New York?
Bethany.
Duh.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the star of Housewives of Atlanta?
Atlanta last season, I would have to give it to Candy.
Okay.
Yeah, but with Kim and Nene coming back, I mean, it's up for grabs.
Okay. Who do you think is the star of Potomac?
Giselle. Hello.
Okay.
Is that a question? Jasmine, who do you think is the star of Potomac?
You are funny and shady.
Yeah. What? I'm
and glamorous, but you are shady.
I am, but I'm
it
just
is what it is.
Yes.
Who's your favorite housewife?
Who's my favorite housewife?
Not from your show.
Right. I really love and kind of have a girl crush on that Miss Erica Jane from Beverly Hills. Serious girl crush on her. And she actually direct messaged me the other day and gave me her number. I think she really wants to be my best friend. She might have a girl crush on me. I might need to go to Beverly Hills.
That would be cute.
Yes. Find her.
You two should take a trip, like a road trip or something. That would be fun, right?
I have asked her 14 times if I could be in a video of hers and pat the puss. She has not responded. Okay,
how do you feel about the comparisons to Atlanta?
In the beginning, it was a little. It's flattering. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Atlanta has been holding it down, and they are the #1 housewife show. Period. So. From that perspective, it's flattering. Mm-hmm. But from the other perspective, people, I think, like to put all black women in one box. And that's frustrating. We are dynamic. Mm-hmm. We're different. And I just want people to appreciate our differences.
Internally or externally, do you all kind of, are you competitive?
I don't
other shows? Okay.
No, I'm going to be honest. They tried to compare us to Atlanta in that way. We can't compete with Atlanta. They've been around for 10 years.
But I'm saying in terms of like all the different housewives, like is there like pressure, like we need to bring it because, you know?
The only pressure we had was you all cannot be a failure like the Housewives of DC. And we're not.
What do you think went wrong with the Housewives of DC?
I think they put together 6 women that didn't know each other. And they were trying to orchestrate chemistry where we know each other. Like me, Sharice, Robyn, Karen, we've known each other for years. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to orchestrate that I'm mad at Sharice, okay? I'm mad.
Okay. Which housewife would you like to see return to the franchise? Like that is no longer there. Who would you like to see come back?
For us?
No, just all of them.
Oh, okay, but let me just say this.
Okay.
I would love to see Katie come back.
Okay. What happened to her?
She just fell off the island. Yeah. I think she just didn't want to really expose her life. And you can't do that. This is a reality television show. So
you would like to see Katie come back. Okay, so what about the other, like all the other ones?
Let's see. I would like to see... I would have said I would like to see Nene back, and she's back. And Kim. Like, I think they go together.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most surprising thing about working with Andy Cohen?
Oh, Andy. Okay, so Andy is borderline. He's ADD a little bit, so he's all over the place. But he is a professional, and he's a hustler. So I've had to learn that about him. And you know, Andy's very... Everybody views Andy as just like happy-go-lucky, and no, we don't view him that way.
No, I'm saying I've heard otherwise. Like I've heard other things, but yeah. But
I viewed him as very happy-go-lucky, but he is a professional. So he's like, we are here to get this job done. Period.
So what we see from him is the same, but also he's like, I'm about my business. And
yes,
gotcha.
He's a Jewish white Oprah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had put up a story that they were casting for like housewives or ladies of PG County.
You put up that story? That was you.
Well, here's the thing.
You're to blame.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
It's been speculated a few years ago before Potomac.
Yeah.
There were rumors of casting. Now we don't know what show this is going to be, or you never know. Like you could just be putting together a scissor reel. But how would you feel about something like
okay, so to put that rumor to bed, when they cast Potomac, they did kind of open up the range. So they did look at women in PG. They looked at women in Baltimore. They landed on women from Potomac. So that's kind of where that rumor came from. But I think that now Potomac is here, PG will never exist.
Okay.
Yeah.